I'm Ria Diaz.
And I'm Christine Jacob.
And together we're co-hosting the 1992 Miss Asia Pacific pageant.
During this most wonderful time of the year.
To be here in the fun city of Manila, Philippines.
From Manila, Philippines, the Miss Asia Pacific Beauty Pageant 1992. Miss Asia Pacific candidates for 1992. Starting off with Miss Australia.
Hello, my name is Cassam Watson, and I'm representing Australia.
Hello, my name is Helen Zupan, and I'm representing Canada.
Hello, my name is Julian, I'm representing Colombia.
Hello, I'm Jessica Manley, and I'm representing Costa Rica.
Buenas noches, mi nombre es Carolina Giler y represento el Ecuador.
Hi, today I'm Cheryl Payne, and I'm representing Guam.
Hello, my name is Nancy Perez. I'm representing Guatemala.
Shalom, my name is Sally Benarouche and I represent Israel.
Hello, my
my name is Mehrujal Mistry, and I represent India.
Buenas noches, mi nombre es Janina Fajardo y represento a la República de Honduras.
Buenas noches a todos. I'm Lucia Sanchez. I come from Macau.
Abacabal, my name is Jeannie, I represent Malaysia.
Hola, buenas noches. Mi nombre es Sofía y represento orgullosamente a México.
Good evening, my name is Mary. I'm coming from New Caledonia.
Good evening, Neville High. My name is Ingrid Moore and I represent New Zealand.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jennifer Lemecki, and I come from the beautiful island of Papua New Guinea.
Hello, my name is Monica Saez, and I'm representing Peru.
Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. I'm Mutiasi Laksa from the Philippines.
大家好, my name is Jerry Tan Engim. I come from Singapore.
Hi everyone, I'm Rishar Fernando representing the beautiful island of Sri Lanka.
Hi everybody, my name is Tanya Nombor and I'm coming from the island of Tahiti.
Hello, my name is Jenny. I represent in Taiwan. สวัสดีค่ะ. Hello, everybody. My name is Natwali Sitakul from Thailand.
Good evening, my name is Karen Meyer. I come from the United States of America.
Our hosts for tonight, Miss Rio Diaz, Miss Christine Jacobs, and Mr. Eddie Mercado.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening. Welcome to the BICC.
Yes,
And
good evening.
Tonight we are celebrating many things. Two of the most outstanding things we're celebrating, the fact that Miss Asia Pacific Quest is on its 25th year of existence. The second outstanding reason is that tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the eyes of the entire world are here focused on this Philippine stage.
Good evening to you, Eddie. Magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Rio Diaz. It's a pleasure to be with you here, Eddie, standing right beside me.
Yes, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And likewise, it is an honor for me to be here among all of you and, of course, among our 24 lovely candidates for this evening.
Yes, I have noticed how lovely our candidates are, especially in their national costume.
Well, you look awesome yourself, Rio, in your costume. And Christine and I look like bride and groom on top of a cake.
You wish, Eddie, you wish.
But at any rate, ladies and gentlemen, there is a special reason for these young ladies to be in national costume as well. Not only to show off their national costume, but to vie for a very special and important award.
Okay, and the presiding judge in this award, he is the Prince of Fashion. He's the hot couturier to European dignitaries, and he's the exponent in Filipino hot fashion. Not only that, but he's also a Camel awardee. Tonight, Aureo Alfonso.
Aureo Alonso, join us over here.
And he does have the name of our first awardee for Best in National Costume. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a little heavy, that trophy, but anyway, he's coming straight up. Our Prince, did you say?
Prince of Fashion. That he is, and he's to be assisted by Lorraine Shook, who is the first runner-up in the 1979 Miss Asia pageant.
Okay, here we go. Ladies, why don't we move over here and find out exactly who the Best in National Costume awardee is going to be. Mr. Alonso, please. And Miss Lorraine Shook. Thank you. I hate to get in between all this kissing. The winner is...
Yes. And the winner is sealed in an envelope, which Mr. Aureo Alonso set aside over there. And right now we're getting the envelope. Would you please give us the envelope? Of course, right here is Sir Knight Aureo Alonso. I have had the chance, Christine and Eddie, to work with him in the Asian countries that we've been having fashion shows and experienced his wonderful clothes. So he is exactly the person to judge this particular category, which is the national costume.
Now, why don't we just come over here, Mr. Alonso, and give the award to the young lady who's going to give that particular honor to our country. I think everything is just a little mystery at this moment. Not anymore. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Best National Costume,
Congratulations to our winner.
Of course, Sir Knight Ari Alonso is assisted by Lorraine Stroop, also a beauty queen herself.
thank you, Mr. Alonso.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Congratulations. That's only one. There'll be more after this. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back here at the PICC for the search for the 92 Miss Asia Pacific. And of course, the first few moments of our opener were devoted to the excitement to the awardee of the Best National Costume Prize. And the plum went, of course, to Sophia, Miss Mexico. But right now, we're going to start the first phase of our competition, and this would prove to be very, very interesting because this year, ladies and gentlemen, we go a little high-tech. As a matter of fact, the technology for this particular judging process has been afforded to us by Anderson Consulting. Now, this is what is going to happen. Every judge has a keypad in front of him or her. And of course, this keypad is going to be shown to you who are watching Miss Asia Search tonight. But of course, these scores are going to show only scores of the judges insofar as this phase of the competition is concerned. But let's forget all about that for now. Let's concentrate on our swimsuit competition, and here are Christine and Rio to tell us about it.
Thank you very much, Eddie. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment all of you have been waiting for. Earlier today, our contestants were judged at the Westin Philippine Plaza poolside, where our videographer recorded every candidate as she posed for both photographer and judges. So, ladies and gentlemen, here are our first 6 candidates in our swimsuit competition. Our lovely beauty from the land down under, Kizan Louise Watson, Miss Australia. She is 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighs 118 pounds, and measures 34, 23, 34. Coming up next is 20-year-old Miss Canada, Helena Zupan. She's 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighs 129 pounds, and measures 36, 24, 36 and a half. On your screen is Miss Colombia, Juliana Orjuela. She's 5 feet 6 inches tall, tips the scale at 120 pounds, and measures 35, 23, 35. Miss Costa Rica is next. 25-year-old Jessica Stephanie Manley. She stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighs 115 pounds, with a figure of 34, 23, 35. We have an 18-year-old beauty from Ecuador, Maria Carolina Guter Aguilar. She weighs 125 pounds and is 5 feet 5 inches tall. She checks the tape at 35, 25, 35. Miss Guam is 24 years old, Cheryl Deborah Payne. She stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighs 115 pounds, and measures 34, 24, 34. Those who to our first 6 candidates of the Miss Asia Pacific Beauty Pageant in the swimsuit competition. Let's have one more look at them on stage.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is just the first batch of lovely ladies from Asia and the Pacific, but would like to afford you, and especially our judges, a better look at these young ladies. So we're going to ask each of these young ladies to do quarter turns. In other words, a quarter turn to the right each time so we can see north, south, east, and west of these young ladies. So ladies, anytime you're ready, like now. And now. This is what is referred to as the West Side Story. And now. And now. Thank you very much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we started mentioning a little earlier that we would show our televiewers some computer scores. Now, would like to remind you, these are not the total scores, but just the scores for this first competition, which is the swimsuit competition. And these scores will be seen only by you who are watching, not by anybody here at the PICC, nor by the girls. So in other words, we still don't know what our judges scored these young ladies. But let's find out. First, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Australia. That's Kisarn Watson. Miss Canada. Helene Zupan. Here is the score for Miss Colombia. Juliana Orejuela. Miss Costa Rica. Costa Rica's Jessica Manley. And here's Miss Ecuador. Maria Carolina Hilaire Aguilar. And here's number 6, Miss Guam, Cheryl Payne. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 18 ladies to go, and that's quite an eyeful, so don't go away. We'll be right back after these messages.
It isn't too late to do your own beauty scoring at home, because we're only on our second batch of ladies in their swimsuit competition for the Miss Asia Pacific. So let's begin now with candidate number 7. Miss Guatemala is Narcy Perez Hernandez. She stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and measures 36 and a half, 25, 37. Miss Israel, 20-year-old Tali Ben Harouche. Her 35, 23, 36 body is nicely distributed in her 5 feet 9 inch, 128-pound frame. One of 2 17-year-old candidates is Miss India, Meru Jal Mistry. Standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, she weighs 106 pounds and measures 34, 24, 35. One of the tallest in this batch is Miss Honduras, Yanina Elizabeth Fajardo. She's 5 feet 9 inches tall, checks the tape at 34, 24, 34. Next on screen is 21-year-old Lucia Abrantes Santos from Macau. She stands 5 feet 7 inches tall, tips the scale at 126 pounds, and measures 34, 27, 37. We have another Asian beauty in the person of Miss Malaysia, May Chin Sim Lee. May is 20 years old, stands 5 feet 5 inches tall, and weighs 115 pounds. She measures 33, 23 and a half, 36. And that's the last in our second batch of candidates for the swimsuit competition. Now, are you ready for another look at the girls together on stage here at the PICC with Eddie?
I'm ready, Christine. We all are right here, and I'm sure everybody out there is too. All right, these are quarter turns for the benefit of not just the judges, but everybody. Ladies, a quarter turn to your right now. And now. This is where all the movement happens. To the right now. And now. And thank you very much. As has been what happened for our first batch, we'll make it happen for the second batch. We're going to show all of you out there the individual scores that the judges have given these 6 young ladies in this swimsuit competition. So we'll start off with Miss Guatemala. This is Narcy Hernandez. Miss Israel, Sally Ben Harouche. Miss India. Miss India is Meru Mistry. And here are the scores for Miss Honduras, Yanina Fajardo. And Miss Macau, Lucia Abrante Santos. And the 6th young lady in this group, Miss Malaysia. Miss Malaysia is May Chin Sim Lee. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that takes care of the first half, but that doesn't mean that's the end of it. We have another batch of wonderful ladies and more scores to see after these messages.
Well, we're right back here with the swimsuit competition, and as Christine takes a breather, I will take you to the third batch of candidates in their swimwear. Starting off with candidate number 13, Miss Mexico. Miss Mexico is Sofia Barrero. She's 24 years old. She stands 5'7" inches tall, weighs 118 pounds, and is a shapely figure of 33, 23, 35. Next, we have a lady from New Caledonia, Maryse Gladys Dubois. One of the youngest at 17, she measures 36, 26, 38, stands 5 feet 7 inches, and weighs 130 pounds. Candidate number 15 is Miss New Zealand, 21-year-old Ingrid Matty Moe. She's 5 feet 6.5 inches, weighs 108 pounds, with a model's figure of 34, 24, 34. Miss Papua New Guinea is next. 20-year-old Jennifer Tanya Lemecki. She's petite at 5'4", weighs 126 pounds, and measures 34, 26, 39. And now, you're seeing 22-year-old Monica Saez Grin from Peru. Monica's vital statistics are 34, 24 and a half, 35. She's 5'8", and she weighs 116 pounds. The last lady in the batch is our very own Mutia Crisosmo Latza. Miss Philippines is 20 years old, 5 feet 5 inches, and weighs 120 pounds, measures 35, 25, 35. With that, I'm sure you're all pretty excited about how the swimsuit event will climax this evening. So let's take a look at the candidates, 13 to 18 on stage.
Thank you very much, Rio. Now, what we're going to do is ask these young ladies to get the equal opportunity that we've given the rest. So that means quarter turns for this batch. So, ladies, if you're ready, to your right, now. And again. And one more. And let's see what's up front. Now. Thank you very much. What we're going to do at this particular point is, again, ask each of these young ladies to step forward so that you can see what the judges have scored them. We'll start off with Miss Mexico. And Miss New Caledonia. Miss New Caledonia's Maryse Dubois. Here's Miss New Zealand, Ingrid Moore. Miss Papua New Guinea is Jennifer Tania. Miss Peru. Miss Peru is Monica. And Miss Philippines, Mutia Crisostomo Laksa. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to catch another eyeful of 6 more ladies as we wind up the swimsuit competition after these messages.
Let's take a look at the last batch of candidates in their swimwear while they take some sun at the Westin Philippine Plaza poolside, starting off with candidate number 19. From the Garden City of Singapore, 21-year-old Lian Gin Tang. She's 5 feet 7 inches, weighs 115 pounds, and her vital statistics are 34, 24, 36. One of the tallest in the group is Miss Sri Lanka, Nushara Fernando. She's 18 years old, stands 5'9", and weighs 124 pounds. She measures a perfect 36, 24, 36. Coming up next is the exotic beauty of Miss Tahiti, Tanya Noble. 21 years old, she stands 5'7", and weighs 135 pounds. She measured 34, 26, 35. On your screen is a candidate from Taiwan, Miss Li Ju Huan. She stands 5 feet 6.5 inches tall and weighs 109 pounds. Her measurements are 34, 23, 35. Next is Miss Thailand, Narvali Sri Sakur, 18 years old, 5 feet 7.5 inches, weighs 114 pounds, and her vital statistics are 33, 25, 37. Our last candidate and the tallest in the group at 5'10" is Miss USA, Karine Elizabeth Mayer. She's 23 years old, weighs 130 pounds, and is 36, 24, 35. That's our last batch of ladies for the swimsuit competition. And now, let's go back to Edmund.
Thank you very much, Rio. Well, quarter turns for this particular batch as well. Probably you remember the word I used, routine, but after all, this is a beautiful routine. So we're going to ask these young ladies to do their respective quarter turns. Ladies, a quarter turn to your right now. And now. Notice everybody's very quiet. And now. And now. Thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll ask these young ladies to each step forward so that you out there viewing this particular coverage of the 1992 Miss Asia Pacific Quest can see their scores. First, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Singapore, Leon Jean Tan. And here's Miss Sri Lanka, Nushara Fernando. Let's see the scores for Miss Tahiti, Tanya Noble. And Taiwan, Miss Taiwan is Li Ju Juan. Miss Thailand. Miss Thailand, for this particular pageant, is not using a real name, rather her stage name. After all, she is a personality back in Thailand. And finally, Miss United States of America, Karen Meyer. Ladies and gentlemen, it appears that about this time we should just allow everybody to indulge a little bit more with these young ladies. Before we do that, though, I just want to remind everybody that here inside the PICC, nobody can see the scores that the judges are putting up. But of course, our viewers outside are getting a chance to. And again, these are just the judges' score for the swimsuit competition. More points will be added a little later. Put them all together, and you get a result and a Miss Asia before the evening is over. But right now, indulging is what we're going to do. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take one more beautiful look at our 24 lovely candidates from all over Asia and the Pacific in their swimsuits. All in a beautiful long row. Well, this is the swimsuit competition. There is an award for this particular competition, a special award, and would like to ask our SGV representative, Mr. August, to hand us the envelope. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner and a recipient of the award for Best in Swimsuit. And for 1992, the Best in Swimsuit lady is Miss Australia, Kizan Louise Watson. To present the award to Miss Australia is the resident manager of the Westin Philippine Plaza, Mr. Wilfredo Barlao, to be assisted by our Mutia World 1991, Miss Jem Semparo. Miss Australia, Kizarn Louise Watson. We already have the awardee for Best in National Costume, Miss Mexico Sophia, and now Kizarn, Miss Australia, Best in Swimsuit. We do have other awards, special ones and important ones to give away a little later. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, let's go upstairs and find out what Rio and Christina are up to.
Okay, Eddie, and we would like to congratulate Miss Australia,
Kizan Louise Watson. Congratulations to you. Very well deserved.
Yes, well, how did you do in the swimsuit competition?
Well, as far as I can remember, the swimsuit competition is still the same. It's the most applauded, much awaited portion of any beauty pageant. But it seems like right now the swimsuits are getting smaller and smaller and just better looking. What about you, Christine?
Well, in my days, like the swimsuits I used to wear weren't as revealing, so I think I'll leave the judging competitions to the men. I'll do better in the long gown.
You're right.
Anyway, before that, we'd like to remind you that our 24 candidates have been made to look their best with Avon Colors, official makeup of the 1992 Miss Asia Pacific, Salon Selectives by Helene Curtis, official hairstyling aid, and of course, Eskinol, official facial lotion of the girls during the pageant. The lovely ladies were also officially captured on film by Agfa Color.
Also, our major sponsor for Miss Asia Pacific Beauty Pageant are Philippine Airlines, Sunsilk Expert Care, and Westin Philippine Plaza.
We would like to acknowledge Sonny Triniton for providing the 2 giant screens inside the PICC reception hall, and Laurenti for providing its exclusive craftsmanship of Miss Asia Pacific's crown and scepter. Here's some more of our sponsors.
Ladies and gentlemen, we pride ourselves in having been around for 25 years, the Miss Asia Pacific Quest. And in these 25 years of existence, Miss Asia has assumed the number 4 position in international pageants. And proudly so, because we have maintained the quality and the standards and the criteria. But then again, we owe it always, and most every year, ultimately, to a very distinguished panel of judges composed of the connoisseurs of beauty and personality and charm and everything else that goes into beauty. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, once more, permit me to present to you the members of the Board of Judges whose task is to tell us, before the evening is over, who Miss Asia Pacific 92 is going to be. In the Board of Judges, ladies and gentlemen, the Executive Vice President of Masscom Incorporated, one of the leading advertising agencies in the Philippines, Mr. Ed Cruz. I shall make it very, very official because 90 out of 100 people mispronounce his name, but he's such a wonderful fellow. Ladies and gentlemen, the General Manager of Westin Philippine Plaza, Mr. Michelle Jade. She holds the distinction of being the only lady to have won 2 international titles. Miss Asia in 1981, Mrs. World in 1984. Ladies and gentlemen, from Sri Lanka, Miss Rosie Senanayake. And we have the pleasure once more of the company of His Excellency, the Ambassador from Brazil, Ambassador Antonio Carlos Coelho da Rocha. Also in the Board of Judges for our 1992 search, the irrepressible Press Secretary of the Republic of the Philippines, ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Secretary Rod Reyes. We did introduce him to you earlier. He's the only knight among the other princess of fashion, Sir Aurelio Alonso. The Chief Executive Officer, Marketing and Sales of Philippine Airlines, Mr. Jose Tanuatco. And the President of Richmond Hotel Company Incorporated, Mr. Tatsuhiko Takahashi. Ladies and gentlemen, the chairperson, the all-knowing beauty queen herself, Miss Gloria Diaz. Our 1969 Miss Universe. They are the ones to compose the Board of Judges tonight. And like we said earlier, from them will come the results later. But right now we have more interesting things to show you. Like Miss Asia is not just a gathering of beauty. It is also a week or 2-week or month-long affair of activities and happiness and peace and brotherhood. Rio, tell us about what happened to these young ladies over the last 2 weeks.
Time didn't stop for the candidates of Miss Asia Pacific as soon as their Philippine Airlines carrier touched down at the Ninoy Aquino International Airport in Manila. Our lovely ladies gladly posed for the press at the beautiful poolside of the Westin Philippine Plaza, where the pageant's participants are officially billeted. Some ladies chose to smile before the cameras at the popular Siete Pecados music lounge of the hotel. First taste of Filipino hospitality at the residence of Bibo Enriquez, the pageant's Philippine organizer, where they were officially welcomed. As ambassadors of goodwill for their respective countries, the ladies visited the Nayong Kabataan, an orphanage where they brought cheer and gifts to its young warriors. Our candidates each share the Filipinos' love for the good food and music at Max, the city's premier chicken restaurant, where they sang along with a very appreciative crowd. The candidates exhibited their individual talents to the judges of the beauty pageant at the very elegant and cozy dance floor of the Euphoria Disco in Makati, the heart of the country's business district. They sang, read poems, and danced to the audience delight. After which, it was the girls' turn to party the night away and groove to Euphoria's non-stop music. Soon the girls learned how to make the most of their stay in Manila by learning to relax and enjoy some of the finer things available at the Western Plaza. Calendar allowed a breather via a sophisticated cocktail party sponsored by the Philippine Long Distance Telephone Company, one of the pageant's sponsors. And how could our lovely girls miss the privilege of shopping in one of Manila's finest shopping malls, the Plaza Fair, where the girls were offered the most up-to-date lineup in women's fashion, accessories, and Philippine souvenirs. Despite this hectic schedule, the candidates gave as much time and effort to rehearsals for the grand night in Manila. After all, it was for the title of Miss Asia Pacific that they had the golden opportunity to enjoy the sights and sounds of Manila.
Getting stronger, more intensifying, and right now, ladies and gentlemen, we go into another phase of tonight's competition, and this will be the evening gown competition. And Christine's got that for us.
Yes, Eddie, we are now in our long gown competition, and each girl has brought along their own gown for this contest. So why don't we meet our first 12? Candidate number 1 is Miss Australia, Kizan Louise Watson. Kizan is 23 years old and is a teacher and professional model. She loves playing backgammon and computer games. She has this amazing affection for animals. Candidate number 2, Miss Canada, Helena Zupan. Helena is 20 years old and is a fitness training enthusiast. She aspires to be an international affairs lawyer. She speaks English, Croatian, and German fluently. Candidate number 3, Miss Colombia, Juliana Orjuela. Juliana is presently a student of national and international merchandising. She is also into aerobics, swimming, and painting. Jessica Stephanie Manley. 25-year-old Jessica works as a psychologist, teacher, and translator. Aerobics and whitewater rafting are just among her interests. Candidate number 5, Miss Ecuador, Carolina Giselle Aguilar. Carolina is an 18-year-old student who has this special talent in designing clothes. Candidate number 6, Miss Guam, Cheryl Deborah Payne. Cheryl is currently pursuing an MBA degree at the Hawaii Pacific University, after which she plans to work for the tourism industry as a public relations officer. Candidate number 7, Miss Guatemala, Narcy Maricela Perez. Narcy loves to read, and she's known for her vibrant personality. Candidate number 8, Ms. Israel Tali Ben-Harouche. Tali finished 2 years of military service as a policewoman. Now 20 years old, she works as a graphic artist. Coaching artist gymnastics keeps her busy. Candidate number 9, Miss India, Meru Mistry. At 17, Meru is presently in high school and has high hopes of winning the Miss Asia Pacific crown to gain fame for herself and her country. Candidate number 10, Miss Honduras, Yanina Elizabeth Fajardo. 24 years old, Yanina is a bank officer. She's into basketball and aerobics. Our 10th candidate dreams of earning a degree in industrial relations. Candidate number 11, Miss Macau, Lucia Abrantes Santos. Lucia presently works as a translator. At 21, she has already traveled to Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, Portugal, Spain, and Japan. Candidate number 12, Miss Malaysia, May Chin Sim Lee. She is 20 years old and works as a secretary in her own country. She loves traveling, shopping, and dancing. ladies and gentlemen, you've just seen our first 12 in the long gown competition, and we understand they did bring along their own gowns. So what can you say about their gowns, Rio?
Well, sometimes a lot of the women get to use their own choices, their gowns. Some of them prefer to get some very popular couturiers to do their gowns. But most of the time, it's just their preference because they know they're going to look great in it, just as they did. They looked fantastic in their gowns.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we will find out what the next 13 to 24 candidates look like after this. Stay with us. We're back to resume our long gown competition. A while back, you saw our first set of 12 candidates. Now let's take a look at our next batch. Candidate number 13, Miss Mexico, Sofia Barrero. 24-year-old Sofia is a professional model. She has earned a bachelor's degree in science of communications and is presently finishing her thesis. She dreams of becoming an important radio commentator and plans to live in the countryside. Candidate number 14, Miss New Caledonia, Maryse Gladys Dubois. Maryse is the youngest candidate in the pageant. She's a music lover. She aspires to become a hotel managing director someday. She believes she will win the Miss Asia Pacific crown because she is a fighter and a winner. Candidate number 15, Miss New Zealand, Ingrid Marie Moore. Ingrid is another well-traveled candidate, having gone to the Cook Islands, Europe, USA, Bali, and Australia in the last 6 years. She's 22 years old and dreams of pursuing a career in television. Candidate number 16, Miss Papua New Guinea, Jennifer Tanya Lemeki. Jennifer is a very athletic young lady. She's into track and field sports. Her interests include traveling and listening to a variety of music. She dreams of becoming a lawyer someday. Candidate number 17, Miss Peru, Monica Saez Green. She is 22 years old. Monica is currently studying interior design. Number 18, Miss Philippines, Mutia Crisostomo Laksa. Mutia is 20 years old and is a mass communication student. She's also a part-time model and actress. She would like to win the Miss Asia Pacific title because she wants to uplift the reputation of the new Filipina. Candidate number 19, Miss Singapore, Lian Yin Tan. 21-year-old Lian works as a sales executive in her country. She's into swimming and other outdoor sports. She says she would like to meet President Fidel Ramos, whom she idolizes as a leader. Candidate number 20, Miss Sri Lanka, Nushara Fernando. Nushara is 18 years old and is one of the tallest candidates in this year's pageant. She's a student and a fashion model. She has this one big dream of alleviating poverty in her country. Candidate number 21, Miss Tahiti, Tanya Noble. 21-year-old Tanya presently works for the tourism office in Tahiti. She dreams of discovering the world through traveling. She spends most of her time jet skiing. Candidate number 22, Miss Taiwan, Lee Ju-Hwan. Lee works at a local Taiwan music shop during the day and studies business management at night. She's 21 years old and spends her free time listening to music. Candidate number 23, Miss Thailand, Rajwali Trisakul. She is 18 and the youngest in the family of 3. She is presently taking up communication arts and public relations at Bangkok University. When she's not busy, she performs at the University Theater as a stage actress. Candidate number 24, Miss USA, Corinne Elizabeth Mayer. Corinne is 23 years old and is musically inclined. She has received awards for excellence in piano and violin. Not only that, she also is into sports. She does aerobics and swims regularly. There you have it. All of our lovely 24 candidates in their long gowns.
As you've noticed, Christine, this is the portion where the ladies take a breather and they're just so relaxed. And this is the time when they can enjoy themselves and walk and look beautiful.
And that they do, Rio.
Yes, exactly. We would like to thank some of our sponsors for this evening and remind you that the 24 candidates have been made to look their best this evening because of Avon Colors, official makeup of the 1992 Miss Asia Pacific. Also, Salon Selected by Eileen Curtis, official hairstyling aid, and of course, Eskinol, official facial lotion of the girls during the pageant. And the lovely ladies were officially captured by film by Agfa Color.
And also our major sponsors for the Miss Asia Pacific Beauty Pageant are Philippine Airlines, Sunsilk Expert Care, and the Westin Philippine Plaza.
Our special awards, Miss Talent, Miss Friendship, and Miss Photogenic, and the winner of the long gown competition is next. Stay with us.
Okay, here are some of our friends who have made this evening very special.
After the success, a very noteworthy thing, ladies and gentlemen, about 24 ladies is that 24 countries are best represented on one stage. And there's no better time to say than now that there's so much love and goodwill and brotherhood on this stage. And we want to congratulate these ladies for all that they have shown to everybody, especially the Filipinos. There are several traditional special awards that we give, and it's time to give those awards to the deserving few. To start with, earlier, ladies and gentlemen, you saw some footage, perhaps, of what happened several nights ago. There was a talent night that was conducted, and although this is something that not everybody has to join, there were still 14 young ladies who did want to try for the award. At any rate, there was a separate criteria, or set of criteria, that was followed by judges. There was stage projection, timing, pacing, overall performance, even originality. And ladies and gentlemen, that particular evening, our judges voted for this young lady to be Miss Talent for 1992. And she is none other than Miss Talent, Miss Tahiti Tanya Noble. Presenting the special award is going to be Mr. Sonny Lim, who is the chairman of the board of the Miss Asia Pacific Quest Incorporated. And he is going to be assisted by Miss Amelia de la Cruz, Miss Southeast Asia 1992. Congratulations to you, Miss Talent. Ladies and gentlemen, another special, coveted, and important award is that of Miss Friendship. And Miss Friendship, naturally, is chosen by the ladies themselves. They're apt to choose for that one particular lady who they find the friendliest, the most cooperative, perhaps somebody who has a shoulder that she offers to lean on. Well, Mr. August, we have the SGV that gave us the official results. After all, SGV, from time immemorial, have been our official tabulators. Miss Friendship, 1992. Number 16, Miss Papua New Guinea, Jennifer Tanya Lemecki. Presenting the Miss Friendship Award, Dr. Julio Laredo, International Technical Director of Helene Curtis, assisted by Miss Pinky Alberto, who was Miss Philippines 1977 and is the project director of Miss Asia Pacific Quest for 1992. A very special cash prize as well of $1,000 will be given to Miss Friendship by Getz Brothers Philippines, exclusive marketer of Salon Selectives by Helene Curtis. So, Miss Friendship, you have $1,000 to spend on your 23 other friends. Ladies and gentlemen, comes now the Miss Photogenic Award. Again, this is something very critical and very important. But they say you can never lie to the camera lens. Well, during the press conference of these young ladies at the poolside of the Westin Philippine Plaza, the press corps themselves chose Miss Photogenic. And Miss Photogenic 92 is Miss Canada, Helene Soufan. Miss Photogenic is to be awarded by Mr. June Kusipag, the marketing manager of Photokina Marketing Corporation, assisted by Miss Patricia Marnelego, Mutia Charm 1989. Here's Mr. Kusipag of Photokina Marketing Corporation. And there is also a very special dollar cash prize that goes with being Miss Photogenic. Agfacolor is awarding $1,000, American dollars, to Miss Photogenic, plus a Minolta Riva camera, courtesy of Agfacolor. Congratulations to you, Miss Canada. One more award, and this is for one young lady who brought her gown, wore it on this stage, and carried it with such elegance and magnificence. The Best in Long Gown Awardee, 1992. Miss Thailand, Nart Bali. The award for this Best in Long Gown will be given by Miss Marilu Santiago, Corporate Consumer and Government Affairs Manager of Avon, Philippines, assisted by Miss Suzette Nicolas, Mutia World, 1981. Ladies and gentlemen, you might say, there they are, the darlings of 1992. Our special awardees were Miss Talent, Miss Photogenic, Miss Friendship, and the young lady who's the best in long gown. Now, immediately following, we are going to announce to you the 12 semi-finalists, 5 of whom are going to be the winners for this year. So hang on, don't go away. Gentlemen, we're back with our search for Miss Asia Pacific 92, and you might say that this is the moment where all judging stops for a while, because we're about to let you know who the 12 semi-finalists are. From these 12 will come the 5 that will compose the court and be Miss Asia Pacific 92. Now, the 12 semi-finalists that we will present to you were chosen in the preliminary judging. There was a different set of criteria, and these are the 12 ladies for whom the bells will soon ring very loudly. I'd like to call our partner from Sisip Gores Valayo, our official auditors, to give us the results. The 12 semi-finalists. Let's start off with number 1, Miss Tahiti. These young ladies will be receiving some gifts from our little boys, and these are gifts and souvenirs fashioned from Mount Pinatubo. And they are Venus de Milo figurines. The next lady to join the Magic 12, Miss Guam. Let's call Miss Israel. Ladies and gentlemen, let's call Miss Sri Lanka. New Zealand. Like they say, come on down, Miss Colombia. Sofia Barrero is her name, Miss Mexico. Miss Australia, you want to join them? Guitarn. Join the team, Miss Thailand. Karen Meyer, Miss USA. Cha-cha, cha-cha down, Mutia Crisostomo Laksa, Miss Philippines. And before I call on the 12th young lady, would you now join in a very big, warm, round hand for all of these ladies who've made tonight most memorable? the 12th semifinalist, and this is your moment, dear boy, Miss Canada, Helene. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. We have our 12 semifinalists. 5 of these 12 young ladies will become the finalists, and one of them is going to be Miss Asia. If you want to find out, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Okay, Rio, those were our 12 semifinalists, and as I understand, they were judged according to the preliminaries.
Yes, there was preliminary judging yesterday. And this preliminary judging is done by the judges over there. And what happens is that they get to meet the ladies one by one, get to speak to them, and if need be, they get interpreters. But one-on-one account, they get to find out exactly what these girls like to do and get to know a lot about them. So that's how they were judged.
So like to get the sense of their personality and how they look in their swimsuits and long gown as well.
Yes, I've noticed, Christine, that all these lovely ladies have just been shaking and shivering there. And we've come up with the 12 ladies. And of course, we would like to congratulate each and every one of them. Miss Tahiti, Tanya Noble, Guam, Cheryl Deborah Payne, Israel, Tali Ben Harouche, Miss Sri Lanka, Nushara Fernando, New Zealand, Ingrid Marine Mole, and Miss Colombia, Juliana Orjuela.
Also, Miss Mexico, Sofia Barrero. Miss Australia, Zarn Louise Watson. Miss Thailand, Narkwali Srisakul. Miss USA, Corinne Mayer. And Miss Philippines, Putia Crisostomo Laksa. And Canada, Helene Zupan.
More exciting things to come. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
As you saw in the beginning of this program, our candidates traveled to Manila from different points. Now we'd like to show you a video on how they came and how they enjoyed our Filipino hospitality.
Real as the smiles that welcome you. At last it's true, the beauty of the Philippines shining through. Philippine Airlines shining through.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here at the PICC, and for these next few moments, we just want to spend some time with our 12 semifinalists. It's not going to be very long. 7 of them will fade from view, and there'll only be 5 left. But while we're here, we'd like to grab this opportunity in talking to these young ladies, and some of them may need some interpretation, so at this particular moment, first I would like to call on a French interpreter, a very good friend, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Philip Kofel. Mr. Philip Kofel also is in charge of, Mountain Valley in Europe, is that right?
Also in Europe,
Also
yes.
in Europe, the president of Mountain Valley. Handa ka na, Philip?
No. Yes, I am.
Pwede na?
Pwede na.
Okay, French. Ladies and gentlemen, would like to call first Miss Tahiti, Tanya Noble. Hello, Tanya.
Hi, everybody.
I don't think she's going to need an interpreter.
Marunong mag-English siya. Bakit masalita kami ng French? You can speak English. Why should I translate for you in French?
Maybe there's something I cannot express in English, so I will need you, maybe.
Okay, here we go. All right, but express it to us in English, Philip. Okay, here we go. All right. You work in the tourism department. What do you do in the tourism department of Tahiti?
Did you understand what he's asking? Okay, then.
I'm traveling with them, and we do a meeting in country to promote Tahiti, so I dance, I go to meeting with them. I represent Tahiti. I'm kind of ambassador. As I am Miss Tahiti, so I travel with them.
Well, tell us something about Tahiti.
Oh, Tahiti is a beautiful island. It's quite like Philippines. There's beaches, coconut tree, and the weather is quite the same. And people say that I look like Filipinos girls, so I think.
Why not? Doesn't she look Filipina too, huh? Well, thank you, Miss Tahiti. Thank you, Philip. You've been a great help.
Translated a single word.
No, again, well, you can help Philip. Drink some of the Mountain Valley water that you have there. Okay, thank you, Tanya. Thank you very much. Oh, Miss Guam is right here. Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl. Do you have a nickname?
Chair.
Cher. Oh, okay. Well, last night I made a little joke about, here we say kumusta. Out there you say half a day.
Half a day. But everyone makes fun and says half a day.
The whole day.
Yep.
All right. But anyway, Cheryl, Guam was just hit with a very bad typhoon. Typhoon Gay?
Yeah, we just got hit by Typhoon Gay, but previous to that, we got hit by Typhoon Omar.
Does this happen often or every year in your country?
We get about 5 to 6 typhoons, but this year we got 6 typhoons in 3 months.
6 typhoons in 3 months. But, again, you're okay.
Yep.
Country's fine.
Yes.
All right. I was looking at this little thing here. You're pursuing your MBA degree at the Hawaii Pacific University. That means you're out in Hawaii.
Yes, I'm attending Hawaii Pacific University. I have about 5 more classes to go, and I hope to graduate by next summer of '93.
Well, I hope you find the time for it. Thank you very much, Sheriff. Miss Guam, ladies and gentlemen. And here's Miss Israel Tali Ben Arush. Do we pronounce your name correct?
Yes, right.
Ben Harush?
Yes.
Okay. What do you do back in Israel?
When I'll go back to my work, graphics, and modeling.
Modeling, okay. Because when you arrived, I remember we had a press conference and somebody said, you watch out for Tali. She works, she's a policewoman. Are you?
You don't have to watch out of me. I'm not bidding. I was a police woman in the army about 1 year. And then the next year I worked in graphics. And that's it.
I think if we had policemen or women as beautiful as Tali, we would all get arrested very, very willingly.
I hope so.
Thank you very much, Miss Israel Tali. She's one of the youngest, also one of the tallest in the group, Miss Sri Lanka, Nushi Fernando. I should have brought an apple box, but I keep saying that every year. But Nushara. Nushar. And tell me, what happens in Sri Lanka these days?
It's pretty okay. I mean, we do have the war like other countries. They have their problems, but it's mainly up in the north. But where I'm staying, it's pretty cool. It's okay. Yeah.
Pretty cool, right. You're 17 or 18?
I'm 18.
When did you turn 18?
July 25th.
Oh, that was very recent. Okay, and you're a fashion model.
Yes.
This is very profound. You don't have to answer this, but you want to get rid of poverty.
Yes, I do. I mean, when I see all the poor people, I mean, it makes me so sad. And I just wish that one day when I do have enough money, that I can't save the whole world, but as many as I can, I would definitely try.
And you're going to make Sri Lanka your base. Thank you very much. That's Miss Sri Lanka, Nushi, ladies and gentlemen. Well, over here we have, we don't need an interpreter for her, Miss New Zealand. Well, Ingrid, what was this thing I heard about? There's 20 sheep to every person in New Zealand?
That's right. We've got 60 million sheep. 3 million people. Just over 3 million.
Well, that's a rough estimate or actual?
No, that's very rough. I mean, the number of sheep increases dramatically.
Okay, and what part of New Zealand do you stay in?
I live in Wellington, the capital city.
How far is that from Auckland?
It's 1 hour's flight. Mm-hmm.
Well, the other day there was also an auction, and she brought sheepskin. Is this the major thing outside of dairy products?
Also forestry and a lot of agriculture things we export. But sheepskins have always been very popular around the world.
How's the temperature like these days?
Oh, it's hotting up. It's hotting up. Yeah.
Going into summer?
Yes, Christmas time, summertime.
Well, if you want summer and Christmas, visit Ingrid. She'll wait for you in New Zealand.
Come and see me.
All right. Thank you, Miss New Zealand. Juliana Orejuela, la señorita de Colombia. I was telling Juliana, would you need an interpreter? Says yes. Don't you trust my Spanish?
No, I would.
Well, I'll try. Believe me, I'll try. Juliana, ¿qué haces en Colombia?
Well, I'm studying third year of national and international marketing, and I also, in the weekend, I'm sharing everything with my family, and I also, I like very much to paint and to dance.
To dance. Is this the first time, es la primera vez que vienes aquí por Asia?
Yes, it's the first time I came here, and I like it very much. I'm very happy here. The Filipino people, it's very, very friendly. I love it. Thank you.
You see, Juliana, we did not need an interpreter.
Oh.
Thank you, Miss Colombia. Juliana Orejuela. That's the way it is, ladies and gentlemen. We have just talked to the 6 young ladies. We have 6 more ladies to talk with. Very interesting conversation, I guarantee. So please don't go away. We'll be right back.
Eddie seems to have been a linguist. Oh, he's gotten to travel around the world, and it seems in a few minutes we've just traveled six different countries.
6 different countries, and we just found out a little bit more about these ladies.
Yeah.
They seem to lead very interesting lives, aside from being candidates for the Miss Asia Pacific.
You get artists,
policewomen.
Policewomen, exactly. Before anything else, we would like to tell you a little bit about the cash prize that our Miss Photogenic has received. $1,000 in cash. And a Minolta camera went to Miss Photogenic, Miss Canada, Helene Zupan. And these are the courtesy of AGFA.
The special prize of $1,000 cash for Miss Friendship, Miss Papua New Guinea Jennifer Lemecki, was given by Getz Brothers Philippines Incorporated, exclusive marketeer of Salon Selectives by Helene Curtis. Anyway, we'll be back with the continuation of the interviews.
I'm excited to hear that, Christine.
We will hear some more of our friends.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's talk to our 6 more ladies who are our semifinalists, starting with our Olé lady, Miss Mexico, Sofia Barrero. Hello, Sofia.
Hello, how are you?
First, I have to congratulate you. You won the first award tonight.
Yes, I'm very glad about it.
Well, Sophia, you know, down here it's the holiday season. How do they do it in Mexico?
Well, I found it very similar. You know, we make the same food. We decorate our homes the same way. And I feel the atmosphere, the environment very similar to us. So I feel like I'm home.
If you win the Miss Asia crown tonight, do you think when you go home they'll turn in a piñata for you?
Of course. More than one piñata.
And what part of Mexico do you reside in?
I'm in the capital, Mexico City.
Federal.
En el Distrito Federal, sí.
Okay, thank you very much, Sophia. We'll see you later, and good luck. Miss Australia, Sarn. Now, this young lady is called Kiss.
Actually, I'm called San.
Sarn. Out here, they prefer to call you Kiss.
It's easier.
It's easier to remember. That gives you an inkling of what sort of friends we have.
Beautiful people.
Exactly. All right. Anyway, you're a professional model and dancer. Which one do you prioritize, dancing or modeling?
I'm a professional model and also I'm a lecturer. I dance part-time. Well, I dance for fun.
You'd rather model?
I'd rather teach. There's a lot more satisfaction in teaching.
Okay, and what are your intentions after tonight? Let's say for the next, how do you see yourself 6 months from now?
Well, in 6 months, I will continue teaching. I'll continue modeling. Basically just trying to improve myself as a person. It's very important to me to live by principles and morals. And probably in the next 5 to 10 years, maybe married with children.
Happily, too.
I hope so.
Thank you, Zarn. Miss Australia, thank you. Well, we have Miss Thailand. And we're going to call on hello, good evening, Miss Thailand.
Good evening.
And we're going to call on Miss Winareen Lulitanan, who's going to help us interpret for Nart Valley Shrisakul. Nart, well, maybe I should wait for Miss Winareen. But, Winareen, I wanted to ask Miss Shrisakul here. Her real name is Chutima Durinsitirat.
Yes, my real name.
The Nart Valley Shrisakul, what is...
I can answer by myself. Because my name, Natvali Sisakun, is a new name because Chutima is the same of Miss Thailand 2 years ago. It's a bad luck for me if I use the same name with her. Then my mother asked me to change the name, it will better. And she goes to ask the monk about the new name, may be good luck than the last name. And I get my new name, Navali Sisakun. Everybody in Thailand know me in this name.
Marvely Shrisakul. Winareen, we didn't do nothing here, but probably later. Thank you, Winareen. And thank you, Miss Thailand. Thank you. Well, we have, my goodness, Miss Canada. Helena or Helene?
It's Helena.
Zupa.
Yes, it is.
Canada. Cold.
No, not at all. People have a misconception about Canada, and they seem to think we all live in igloos and are Eskimos. However, that's not the case. On the far east of Canada, it is quite cold, but on the west coast where I am, it's just gorgeous.
The west coast would be somewhere around Montreal.
No, the west coast would be British Columbia, and the east coast is Montreal.
All right, fine. And what are you looking forward to in the next couple of months?
In the next couple of months, I plan to go back to school, where I'm doing my undergraduate for law, and I hope to finish my bachelor's soon and continue on to my master's.
You'll specialize in criminology, or?
I will be doing my undergraduate in criminology and mastering in international law.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. But anyway, Helene, in case you win the crown, will this disrupt your plans?
No, not at this certain point. It won't disrupt my plans because I'll have to go back to school and finish all my examinations. And as far as I know, the Miss Asia Pacific will be traveling for only a few months of the year.
All right. Thank you very much, Helena. Miss Canada. I'm going to stand a meter away because she's about Miss USA, Karen Meyer. Karen, there are many questions we could ask you. How's the weather up there? One of them.
It's very good.
Okay, but anyway, one of the typical questions I wanted to ask, and which kind of hit us, is because there is a program called Star Search, which is kind of popular here, and you were a spokesmodel.
That's correct. I was a spokesmodel on Star Search. It was filmed in Orlando, Florida, a month ago. It was a neat experience for me.
And you are still a spokesmodel.
I am a professional model, but I'm also a professional student. I'm a senior, double majoring in sociology and history at the University of Alaska, and will graduate with honors in May.
And that's right. You have something about Alaska because that's where you're from.
I was born and raised in Alaska, yes.
But you're no longer residing in Alaska.
No, I am, yes. I'm a senior at the University of Alaska.
Like Alina said, the igloos and the... No.
Still a misconception. It's quite cold in the northern regions of Alaska, where I am. It's rather wet during the summer, rather dry and cold during the winter.
And it's beautiful the whole year round. I can vouch for that.
Gorgeous place to be. It really is.
Thank you, Karen. Miss USA, ladies and gentlemen. Our own Mutia Laksa. A student, a model, an actress, a beautiful lady. Chacha, you have held on to the title of Mutia Asia for 2 years?
Yes, I have, and I think it has helped me a lot because I am more mature now, and I have studied more, and I have a chance to help the people more than if I had competed before.
All right, and how's the acting industry these days?
Well, the acting industry is okay, and we are inculcating changes nowadays. We are trying to put big-name stars in relevant productions so that we can give a message to the masses of what is good and what is bad.
Okay, and I hope to see you in one of those really big productions, international. Any plans for that?
I hope so, but it is better if I could star in a film for a cause, like the environment.
Oh, well, I forgot about that. That's her number one concern. Thank you, Mutia Laksa, Miss Philippines. And so that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We have talked very casually with these young ladies, and now the judging proceeds, because after this, we will announce to you who the 5 finalists will be. And what are you up to, Christine and Rio?
The one thing I'm up to, Eddie, is that as far as I can remember, the contestants that used to join before were a lot smaller, and I'm one of them. But right now,
How small, Rio?
Very small, Christine. But right now, Eddie's still just right there, and the women are just getting taller and taller. It's incredible.
Maybe the ladies should give Eddie their tips on how to gain some height. Anyway, based on the interviews, Rio, we've gathered that all these women have beauty as well as brains.
Yes. And in a few minutes that we had with them, we got to know that Alaska is not so cold. There are not that many igloos. It's cold, but it's wet during the summer.
Yes, and we also know we have teachers, models, and everything else. Lawyers, and big scholars around there. Anyway, our major sponsors for the Miss Asia Pacific Beauty Pageant are Philippine Airlines, Sunsilk Expert Care, and the Westin Philippine Plaza.
We would like to acknowledge Sony Trinitron for providing the 2 giant screens inside the PICC reception hall, and Laurenti for providing its exclusive craftsmanship of Miss Asia Pacific Crown and Scepter. Thank you very much. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
County Flora flowers for all...
Valley spring water. Drink it and you'll love it. Mountain Valley spring water. Pure, fresh mountain water.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what makes nights like these very gorgeous and memorable is the fact that we have beautiful ladies. But add to that beautiful music. And tonight we give you a treat of beautiful music, not just from one, but from 2 premier performers. First, the very sexy man, Mr. Tots Tolentino, and the Philippines' foremost and premier balladeer, Mr. June Polistico.
to whisper that I want to hear. Some things on your mind. Is it fair? Does my love be my lady? Just forget about the time, the man to break your heart. No words designed now to lie in your eyes. Nothing can stop us now. I'll give you all nothing's more divine than it's moment. You are mine, be my lady. Forget about the time to mend your heart. No more designs now, so glad that we in your eyes, darling, there's no now. I'll give you all I have. Be my lady. Let the sun through your heart and make a break. Stay with me night and day through the rest of my life, just like I was before. My love rests in just like a rock of gold, my everlasting forever.
Friends, here are the prices of stay for the Miss Asia Pacific 1992. Here are just some of the prices Miss Asia Pacific 1992 will win tonight. To begin with, she will bring home $10,000 in cash. Miss Asia Pacific 1992 also wins a round-trip ticket from Philippine Airlines to any route of her choice originating from Manila. When in Tokyo, she may stay for 4 nights in luxurious comfort at the Richmond Hotel. Costume jewelry by Laurenti, the exclusive designer for the crown and scepter for the 1992 Miss Asia Pacific. She will have a 2-night free stay at the Imperial Suite of the Westin Philippine Plaza. She is also entitled to a day of shopping pleasure at Cinderella's Fashion Specialty Store. In addition, Miss Asia Pacific 1992 will receive a 1-year supply of Sunsilk Expert Care Shampoo, Close-Up Toothpaste, and Pond's Facial Wash.
Gonna throw my cares away.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment that could be eternity for some of the ladies, because we're about to announce to you who the 5 finalists will be. From these 5 will come Miss Asia Pacific 92. And we have Mr. Mar Aguas, partner of SGV, our official tabulators, with a list of 5. Ladies, good luck. And for those that may not make it to the Magic 5, you're all winners in our books. The first finalist is named Tali, Miss Israel. Our second finalist lives with sheep, according to her, Ingrid Mole, Miss New Zealand. And perhaps after this, she deserves a big kiss. Kitarn, Miss Australia. She said changing her name might be lucky. Well, it is, Miss Thailand. And the fifth and final lady to join the Magic 5, and therefore either become Miss Asia or part of the court, Miss Philippines, Mutia Crisostomo Laksa. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we give a big hand to our other 12 semifinalists? Gorgeous, magnificent, wonderful ladies, thank you very much. And we will be back and talk to these 5 other ladies after this. Like a deck of cards, but then it played right. That could spell victory, and that's how we look at this particular portion. It's about the last part of judging that's going to be done, and we have 5 questions to ask our 5 finalists. And these questions, like has been said, if answered right, played right, might just spell victory for one of these young ladies. Let's start off with number 15, Miss New Zealand, Ingrid. Ingrid? Well, I don't know which one you're going to pick.
The middle one.
All right, right in the center. And let's see what this question holds in store. If you can help in saving the environment, what problem would you solve in pollution next?
Oh, garbage is pollution.
Forest.
Or forestry. Forestry is very big. We use too many wooden products. We can conserve matches and things like that. A lot of countries are getting into it, but a lot more could join.
All right, so let's take care of the garbage there, Ingrid. Thank you very much, Miss New Zealand. Oh, let's go over to Tali here, Miss Israel, Miss Tali Ben Harouche. Tali, what's your height again?
I know in centimeters is 176.
It'll take me 1 year to determine that. I flunked mathematics. Here's your question, Tali. How can you, as Miss Asia Pacific, contribute to world peace?
First, I will start with peace process with all the countries in one table, speaking and solving the problems around the world. And I think in this table, we have to finish all the problems in the world and be like one country and in one piece.
Great. That's a great thing. If it can happen, I hope you can make it happen, Tali.
I hope I'm holding my fingers for this.
Well, if you win, you'll have a chance to. Thank you. Tali Ben Harouche, Miss Israel. I think for this particular moment, I'm going to call on Wernina, who we had earlier as interpreter, who didn't really get much of an opportunity to interpret, but maybe this time, Miss Thailand. Marvali. The name is Lucky.
Yes, my name Lucky, always Lucky.
Trishako.
I think like that.
All right. Well, choose the question. There you go. The question goes like this. If you had the chance to change something in your country, what would it be and why?
If I can change, if I have a chance to change
Excuse me, you can answer in
yes.
Thai.
Oh, I can. I will try.
Okay.
Because I'm... Thank you very much. I will try. First, I will change up of the mind of everybody, because the first thing is important is every mind. If your mind is well and better, and the best, everything will better after that. I think I will, because I learned public relation, I will public relation everybody, and I will tell them to be kind to everybody, and children and all, and the environment. Please love your country and love each other, but never forget love yourself too. I think.
Thank you. And thank you, Ernina. Maybe next year we'll see each other again. Thank you, Miss Thailand, Miss Shrisakul. Here comes Sarn, Miss Australia. Well, that's the one. The magic envelope. And Miss Watson, this is your question, and it's often been asked. Let's see how you look at it. What is the relevance of beauty contests in the international community?
Okay, well, for starters, it's not just a beauty pageant. There's a lot involved in a beauty pageant. Besides looks, there's personality, there's grace, style, elegance. You have to have intelligence and, most of all, personality, because the beauty comes from within, and it doesn't matter how beautiful you are. If you're a beautiful person from the inside, that shows, and I think that's very important. And I think now the intellectual side and the personality side are overcoming the beauty side. Definitely.
It is relevant, then. Thank you, Sarn. Thank you very much, Miss Australia. Well, being the lady in the host country, I guess you have no choice, Mutia. This is it. Let me read your question. Relax. What do you think is the most beautiful thing about living in the world today?
The most beautiful thing in living in the world today is love and faith in God. Love because first world countries are now extending their hands to the needy ones, and that strengthens unity all over the world and prosperity too. Love for God, because people believe in God, they are blessed, and they are able to strengthen ties within their brothers and sisters, and they take care of everyone.
It is beautiful after all. Life is beautiful. Thank you, Mutia. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from these young ladies. 5 questions, 5 ladies. Now the next question is, who is going to be Miss Asia Pacific 92? We'll leave that to our judges to decide. In the meantime, thank you, ladies. You are marvelous. And ladies and gentlemen, we shall be right back.
Well, it was a very interesting portion. We found out a lot about our 5 candidates. And Rio, I'd like to ask you, since you were former Miss Luciano Philippines, what was your question?
My question, it was saying that if I ever caught my father, I can remember this, it is 15 years ago. If I ever caught my father with another woman, what would I do to him? And what did you say? I don't think I'd like to say it on TV anymore. I've grown a little bit more mature.
Anyway, all our ladies look very calm and relaxed, beautiful and elegant as ever.
Well, Christine, they did look calm and relaxed, but I can hear them from here, from past experience. I can practically hear their knees wobbling all the way here. The tension is building. Excitement is mounting with each and every one of those girls who are vying for this very, very special title. So while they're all waiting with all their tension and everything, our major sponsors, who we would like to acknowledge for Miss Asia Pacific pageant, are Philippine Airlines, Sunsilk Expert Care, and Westin Philippine Plaza.
Let's now go back somewhere in time, where the Miss Asia Pacific was crowned in Hong Kong. She was none other than Miss Lorna Legaspi, who now resides in LA and is a very successful dentist. Let's see how Miss Asia Pacific.
Miss Tahiti 大雞地小姐，非常之恭喜呢12位獲得進入最後決賽嘅佳麗。Congratulations to our 12 finalists.
Miss Philippines' parents work in the real estate business, so perhaps she has a few hot tips for any interested buyers out there.
Hello, Miss Philippines.
Hi.
Do you sing?
A little.
Do you think Filipino people, Filipinos and Filipinas, today really everybody has musical talent?
I think so.
Well, can we ask you to show us a little bit of your musical talent? Can you sing a song for us?
Sure.
Some encouragement from Miss Philippines.
Dahil sa'yo, nais kong mabuhay. Dahil sa'yo, hanggang mamatay. Kung tunay mang ako ay alipin mo ang lahat sa buhay ko. Dahil sa'yo.
Bravo! Miss Asia Pacific 1989 is Miss Philippines. Congratulations to the singer of the wonderful song Dahil Sa'yo.
The new Miss Asia Pacific is 23 years old, 173 centimeters tall, and weighs 55 kilograms.
We can have Lorna with us tonight for her traditional farewell walk, because as we said earlier, she resides in LA and she's happily married to someone named Mr. Gene Lopez.
But Lorna is one of the people that make me proud to be a Filipino. We would like to
I admire the way you move from that place to this place like that. Did you use royal class?
That's the limousine. I know that. And not only that, we'd also like to thank our official photographer, Mr. Vic Valenciano.
And of course, our official film has been Agfa Color. Okay, I
Are we
think
ready?
this is it.
It's great to stand beside you here.
Yeah, we look like pizzas on a cake again. But at any rate, ladies and gentlemen, the results are forthcoming. No, they're not forthcoming. They're here. Mr. Mara Aguas, our partner from SGV, would you please stand beside us, Mar? That way we'll have 4 pieces on 1 cake. Here we go. The 4th runner-up. And hold your breath, ladies. You've already won. The 4th runner-up for the 1992 Miss Asia Pacific Search. Miss Australia, Eastern Louise Watson.
Presenting the award for our 4th runner-up is the president of Miss Asia Pacific Quest, Mr. Leandro Enriquez, together by together with Miss World 1977, my good friend and companion, 1977, Miss Peachy Veneracion.
This is Izarn Watson, Miss Australia, number one in the group, but then again, no longer number one, now the fourth runner-up. Congratulations to Gil Izarn. Now it's time to let you know who the third runner-up is. And the third runner-up is Miss New Zealand, Ingrid Moe.
Presenting the award for the third runner-up is Mr. Rod Reyes, Press Secretary, to be assisted by Miss Lorraine Schiff, Miss Asia, 1979, first runner-up.
Miss Asia Pacific second runner-up. Miss Philippines, Motia Laksa.
Presenting the award for second runner-up, Director PR Advertising of Western Philippine Plaza, Miss Rosary Ismael, assisted by first runner-up, Miss Asia 1974, Ollie Penson Aquino.
If I just 1 second.
Okay, we'll allow you.
You is Miss Asia. I will therefore now announce who Miss Asia is, and automatically the other lady is first runner-up. But mind you, ladies and gentlemen, being a runner-up is as important as being a winner, because should the reigning queen not be able to cope with her responsibilities, the next runner-up follows, and if that particular lady can't do it, the next one and the next one and so on. But they're all winners.
I'm very excited. Would you please open that envelope?
Leo, you've been on this stage, you know.
You never forget it. It's like today. And
you were first runner-up then, right?
Yeah.
My goodness. Tonight, you are our winner.
Okay, thank you very much. But I want to know the winner.
The winner. Miss Asia.
You're thinking. Open it.
Miss Asia Pacific 92 is Miss Israel, and the first runner-up is Miss Thailand.
Presenting the award for Miss Asia Pacific 1992 is the Executive Vice President of Masscom Incorporated, Mr. Ed Cruz, and he is assisted by 1981 Miss Asia and Mrs. World 1984.
And our first runner-up is presented by Mr. Lito